Tune into Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad.
Kusal Perera's scintillating performance was the highlight of Sri Lanka's thrilling 7-wicket victory over New Zealand in the third T20 international at Nelson, securing their first win in New Zealand since 2006. Perera's maiden T20 century, the fastest ever by a Sri Lankan, came off just 44 balls, included 13 fours and 4 sixes. His aggressive innings was the backbone of Sri Lankan massive total of 218, the second highest in T20 international. Despite losing early wickets, Sri Lanka maintained a strong run rate, with Perera's belligerent knock driving the team to 133 in the final 10 overs. His century was a 360-degree display with an emphatic 6-over cover to mark his milestone. Even as the chase became tight with Daryl Mitchell explosive batting for New Zealand, Perera's knock, supported by Charith Asalanka, vital 46 and 3 wickets, was the defining factor in Sri Lanka's victory. New Zealand captain Mitchell Santner, winning the toss and put Sri Lanka into bat first, and Sri Lanka batting first, scored 218 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their stipulated 20 overs, and in reply, New Zealand came very near but could only score 211 for the loss of 7 wickets, thus losing the match by 7 runs, although New Zealand claimed the 3-match series 2-1. Batting first, Sri Lanka lost their first wicket in the third over, and that is of their opener Kusal Perera, when Sri Lanka were 24 on the board, and Kusal Perera was out after scoring 14 from 12 balls, hitting 1-4 and 1-6 with a strike rate of 117. He was caught by Mitchell off the bowling of Matt Henry. Then they lost their second wicket. The other opener, Kusal Mendes, was out after scoring 22 of 16 balls, hitting 2 4s and 1-6 with a strike rate of 138. He was caught by Michael Bracewell off the bowling of Mitchell Santner. New Zealand, Sri Lanka were 42 for 2 in the 5th over. Then they had a partnership of 41 runs, which took their total to 83, and they lost the wicket of Avishka Fernando in the 10th over, and he scored 17 from 12 balls, hitting 1-4 and 1-6 with a strike rate of 140, and he was legged before by Duffy. Then Sri Lanka had a 100-run partnership for the 4th wicket of just 45 balls, 7.3 overs, and they scored 100 runs between Perera and Asalanka. Perera made 51 of 21 balls, while Charith Asalanka scored 46 of 24 balls, and they took their total to 183 in the 17th over, when they lost the wicket of the captain Charith Asalanka, scoring 46 from 24 balls, hitting just 1-4 but 5 sixes, and his strike rate was very near to 200. His strike rate was 192. He was caught by Glenn Phillips off the bowling of Zachary Fox. Sri Lanka lost their 5th wicket when they were 207 in the 19th over, and that is of Kusal Perera. After reaching his 100, he scored 101 runs off just 46 balls, hitting 13 fours and 4 sixes with a staggering strike rate of 220. He was caught by Rachin Ravindra off the bowling of Daryl Mitchell, and Sri Lanka scored 218 for the loss of 5 wickets in their stipulated 20 overs at a run rate of 10.90 runs per over. Sri Lankan batsmen hit 24s and 12 sixes, and out of 24s, Kusal Perera hit 13 fours, and out of 12 sixes, Kusal Perera hit 4 sixes. So he was the main scorer, scoring his maiden century in T20 international, and also the fastest by a Sri Lankan batsman in T20 international. Looking at the New Zealand bowling attack, Matt Henry 4 overs for 47 runs and 1 wicket. He was very expensive, gave away runs at 11.75 runs per over. He was hit for 2 4s and 4 sixes. Then Jacob Duffy, 4 overs for 30 runs and 1 wicket with economy of 7.50. He was economical. He bowled 11 dot balls and was hit for 2 4s and 2 sixes. Zachary Fox, 4 overs for 52 runs and 1 wicket with economy of 13. He was hit for 7 4s and 2 sixes. He also bowled 2 white balls. Mitchell Santner, the New Zealand captain, gave away 36 runs in his 3 overs and capturing just 1 wicket. His economy was 12. He was hit for 4 4s and 2 sixes. Then Michael Bracewell, the right-arm off spinner, he was also expensive. He conceded 34 runs in his 3 overs giving runs at 11.33. He was hit for 4-4 and 1-6. Glenn Phillips also bowled 1 over and gave away 12 runs, while Daryl Mitchell was economical, gave away just 6 runs in his 1 over, also capturing a wicket. In reply, chasing a target of 219, they were very much in chase till the 16th over. They were 168 for 4, maintaining a run rate of almost 11 runs per over. Their start was brilliant. They took the advantage of power play, scoring 81 runs in 7.2 overs when they lost the first wicket of opener Tim Robinson, who was out after scoring 37 of 21 balls, hitting 2 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 177. He was caught by substitute Mendes off the bowling of Fernando. They lost their second wicket at 94, 13 runs later. Mark Chapman was the second to go, could only score 9 from 5 balls, hitting 1-6. He was caught by Pathan Nisanka off the bowling of Charith Asalanka. Then they lost the wicket of Glenn Phillips in the 11th over. New Zealand were 112 and they lost Glenn Phillips, who could only score 6 of 6 balls, caught by Nisanka off the bowling of Charith Asalanka. The fourth to go was Rachin Ravindra. New Zealand were 129 in the 13th over, and Rachin Ravindra, playing a brilliant knock of 69 of 39 balls, hitting 5 fours and 4 sixes with a strike rate of 177, was fourth to go, and he was clean bowled by Charith Asalanka. Fifth to go was Mitchell Hay, before adding 39 from just 17 balls. Just less than 3 overs, they added 39 between Daryl Mitchell and Mitchell Hay, and Daryl Mitchell was the main scorer in that partnership, hitting 4 consecutive sixes to Charith Asalanka, the Sri Lankan captain. New Zealand flurry of wickets started at 5 for 168 in the 16th over. Mitchell Hay was the fifth to go after scoring just 8 from 8 balls, and he was bowled by Wanindu Hasaranga. Sixth to go was Michael Bracewell. 2 runs later, Michael Bracewell was out. In the same over, New Zealand were 170 for 6, and Michael Bracewell could only score 1 from 2 balls, caught by Charith Asalanka of the bowling of Wanindu Hasaranga. But the main wicket, and that is of Daryl Mitchell, who was playing a hell of a knock, scoring 35 from just 17 balls, hitting 1 fours and 4 sixes with a strike rate of 206, almost took the game away from Sri Lanka, but was out after scoring 35. He was caught by Wickramasinghe of the bowling of Tushara. And in the end, New Zealand could only score 211 for the loss of 7 wickets, falling just short of 7 runs. Mitchell Santner with 14 and Zachary Foakes with 21 runs were the 2 unbeaten batsmen. New Zealand batsmen could only hit 10 fours, and in comparison, Sri Lankan batsmen hit 20 fours. And when it's come to sixes, New Zealand hit 13 sixes as compared to 12 sixes of Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan bowling, Chamindu Wickramasinghe bowled just 1 over, gave away 11 runs without capturing a wicket. Nuwan Tushara, 4 overs for 33 runs and 1 wicket. Baniru Fernando, 4 overs for 43 runs and 1 wicket. Mahesh Tikshana, 3 overs for 33 runs without capturing a wicket. Wanindu Hasaranga, 4 overs, 38 runs and 2 wickets. While Charith Asalanka, although he was very expensive, but he captured 3 wickets. 4 overs, 50 runs and 3 wickets. He was hit for 5 sixes. He was hit 4 sixes in 1 over by Daryl Mitchell of New Zealand. Kusal Perera of Sri Lanka, who scored 101 of 46 balls, hitting 13 fours and 4 sixes, was declared man of the match, while Jacob Duffy of New Zealand, who captured 8 wickets in the series, was declared player of the series.
Keep on watching Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad for latest news, views, and interviews of sports personalities from around the world.